Cat and Kountry Cuz show. I was just sitting here picking the old guitar, and I had a strange excitement today, and I just thought I'd tell you about it. It's kind of sad, kind of funny at the same time, but anyway, it's a Saturday morning, and my cousin John, he called me early this morning. He said, "Do you want to go eat out with us for breakfast this morning?" And he said, "We going down to the picket site, which is right across the road from that McDonald's eating joint." I said, "Well, I reckon so, because boy, I tell you what, they got some pancake and sausage down there that is fitting to eat. Good big old fat sausage." But anyway, he said, "Well, the grandkids spent the night with me last night, and so there's 3 of them girls, probably 9, 12, and 15 or so. And they kind of like doorsteps, the grandkids are, of my cousin John." Anyway, I rode over there and pulled up in the yard, and he said, "Oh, we gonna go in my new Cadillac here I got." And he had him a nice looking, I think 70 model Cadillac. Anyway, I'm like, wow, that's a classic car there. 4-door, big old shiny black thing. But anyway, we was waiting on his wife and all them the grandkids to come out, and he said, "I'm gonna fire it up and get it warmed up." And me and him sat there, and he reached over there and he turned the key and cranked the car up, and all of a sudden, brrr, something happened under it, or in the motor, and he reached over there and cut it off, and we raised the hood, and that was the sad part. The little old yellow cat they had, and they had about 10 cats around there, but one of the little yellow cats had got up there in the motor, and I guess the fan had knocked him in the head, and anyway, the cat was dead, and about that time, we was parked out in the front yard, and all of a sudden his wife was coming out the doorstep and hollering for the kids to come out, and cousin John looked at me and he said, "Well, we can't let them kids see this dead cat." And I looked around, and there was a brown paper sack in the back seat, so I grabbed it and I said, "Throw that cat in this sack and throw him up under the seat right quick." So he did, and we did. Anyway, we all rode on down there to the pick-a-sack eating joint and parked in the parking place, and everybody got out of the car, and me and John, we was walking back up towards the restaurant with him, and all of a sudden I punched him. I said, "We better go back down here in a minute." And we walked back down there. He said, "What is it?" I said, "Well, you got that dead cat up under your car seat." I said, "That thing might go smelling bad, so," I said, "we better get rid of him somehow before the kids see him or do something." So we just said, "Well, you know what, we'll put him in the trunk a little bit." And we rolled that sack up and set it up on the trunk. And he said, "We'll wait, and whenever we get through eating, you know," he said, "I'll tell everybody to stay in here." And he asked me if I'd go out there and get the cat and stick him in the trunk. I said, that'll be fine." He slipped me the keys. So anyway, we was in that restaurant eating, and this big old car pulled in beside him, and these 3 big fat black ladies, they got out, and they was coming in to eat, and I happened to look through the window and see them, and they walked by our car, and they seen that brown paper sack, and one of them reached over there and poked it. And she looked around, and she grabbed that sack and stuck it down in this big old pocketbook of hers. And I punched John. I said, look at him, Cousin John. And he looked out the window and he seen that and he says, oh my. Anyway, she put that cat in that bag, in that big old giant pocketbook, and they come on in, and we all ordered, and we was sitting down eating by then, and them three black ladies, they come in, and they sat right across from us, and they was eating, and anyway, we all got through eating, and we was just sitting there, and the grandkids laughing. You know how it is when they eating sausage and pancakes and grits and bacon and eggs and milk and coffee. Everybody's having a great time. But anyway, I punched Johnny. I punched John. I said, Cousin John, I said, check this out. This black lady, she done got her pocketbook. They done got through eating too, and they set it up on the table. She reached in there and pulled that brown paper sack out, set it on the table. We just watching. So she takes that brown paper sack, she opens it up, turns it upside down, dumps it out right there on the table. Boom! Well, there's that doggone dead yellow cat. Well, that poor old lady, two of them jumped up screaming, and the one that the cat fell right in her plate, she passed out and fell on the floor. The manager of the pick sack and everybody else was running around like chicken with the head cut off. Next thing you know, they was calling 911, and everybody in our party was saying, well, y'all ready to go? And I pumped Cousin John. I said, no, we need to see what the outcome of this is going to be. So anyway, we sat there a while and ordered some more coffee, got the kids some more milk, and the ambulance come, and they got this lady picked up off the floor and put her up on a stretcher. And the funniest thing happened. They seen that cat in that bag there, and they took that cat and put it in the bag and rolled it up and set it on her belly and rolled her out of the restaurant. I said, Lord of mercy, you just don't ever know what's going to happen nowadays. So all I got to say out there is y'all be careful out there, because some of the craziest things is going on around this world. And some of it was funny. It's sad in a way, but it's funny in another way. Anyway, I just thought I'd have to share that with y'all today, because I just ain't never seen nothing like that. Well, nearby it, I have seen several things like that, but that'll be in a different story. Y'all have a great day. This is Country Cuz. Y'all come back to see me. Hit the subscribe button if you like. And we will play the guitar later. Thank you.